The unexpected visitor. Sarah Chen wiped the grease from her hands, sighing as she surveyed the ancient snowmobile she'd just coaxed back to life. The biting Alaskan wind howled outside her small workshop, a converted shipping container at the edge of the remote town of Whittier. At 28, Sarah was already the most skilled mechanic for 100 miles, though few of the locals gave her the credit she deserved. "There you go, you cantankerous beast," she muttered, patting the snowmobile's dented hood. "Ready for another decade of abuse." As if in response, a blinding flash of light erupted outside, followed by a thunderous boom that shook the workshop's walls. Sarah rushed to the window, her heart pounding. A brilliant streak of fire tore across the night sky, plummeting towards the nearby mountains. "What the hell?" she breathed, grabbing her heavy coat and rushing outside. The object, whatever it was, had crashed somewhere in the wilderness to the north. Sarah's mind raced with possibilities: a meteor, a satellite, or maybe a small plane caught in the treacherous Alaskan weather. Without hesitation, she jumped onto the newly repaired snowmobile and kicked it to life. If someone was in trouble out there, they wouldn't last long in the brutal cold. As she sped towards the impact site, Sarah couldn't shake the feeling that this night would change everything. The journey took nearly an hour, navigating through dense forests and icy ravines. When Sarah finally crested a snow-covered hill, she gasped at the sight before her. A massive, sleek vessel lay half-buried in the snow, its silver hull gleaming under the aurora borealis dancing overhead. It was like nothing she'd ever seen: no wings, no visible engines, and easily the size of a cargo ship. "This can't be real," Sarah whispered, approaching the craft with cautious steps. The snow around the ship had melted, creating a steaming crater that hissed in the frigid air. As she drew closer, she noticed strange, iridescent patterns swirling across the hull, pulsing with an inner light. Suddenly, a section of the hull shimmered and became transparent, revealing a dimly lit interior. Sarah yelped in surprise, stumbling backward. A voice unlike anything she'd ever heard echoed in her mind. "Entity detected. Assistance required. Threat level minimal. Approach and interface, bipedal carbon-based life form." Sarah's scientific curiosity overpowered her fear. She inched forward, heart thundering in her chest. "Hello," she called out. Is anyone hurt in there?" The voice responded, this time seeming to emanate from the ship itself. "Greetings, carbon-based entity. I am the artificial intelligence navigation and repair system of the interstellar vessel Horizon's Light. Our crew is in need of immediate assistance. Will you aid us?" Sarah's mind reeled. An alien AA, an alien ship. This was so far beyond anything she'd imagined possible. But the mention of a crew in need snapped her back to reality. "Yes," she said firmly. "I'll help. What do you need me to do?" The transparent section of hull suddenly rippled like water, and Sarah found herself being gently pulled inside. The interior of the ship was a marvel of flowing, organic shapes and pulsing bioluminescent light. Strange, holographic displays floated in the air, filled with symbols she couldn't begin to comprehend. "Follow the guiding lights," the AI instructed, as a path of soft blue illumination appeared on the floor. Sarah nodded, moving deeper into the ship with a mixture of awe and trepidation. The path led her to what appeared to be a medical bay. 3 alien beings lay on shimmering, translucent beds. They were humanoid in shape, but their skin was a pale lavender, with delicate, feather-like appendages where hair would be on a human. Their eyes, large and multifaceted like those of an insect, were closed. "Our crew suffered injuries during our emergency landing," the AI explained. "Their life signs are stable, but our medical systems were damaged in the crash. We require assistance in repairing key ship functions to ensure their full recovery." Sarah approached one of the aliens, marveling at its otherworldly beauty. "I'm a mechanic," she said. "I fix things, but this is way beyond anything I've ever worked on. I'm not sure how much help I can be." The A's voice took on an almost encouraging tone. Your species has an extraordinary capacity for innovation and adaptability. We believe you possess the necessary skills to aid us, Sarah Chen. Sarah's eyes widened. How do you know my name? We have accessed your planet's information networks and analyzed local data. Your reputation as a skilled problem solver preceded you. A small smile tugged at Sarah's lips. It was nice to be appreciated, even if it took an alien eye to do it. All right, she said, rolling up her sleeves. Show me what needs fixing. Over the next few hours, Sarah found herself immersed in the most challenging and exhilarating work of her life. The ship's technology was centuries, if not millennia, beyond anything on Earth. Yet, as the AI guided her through the repairs, Sarah began to recognize underlying principles, energy flow, circuit pathways, and mechanical systems that, while incredibly advanced, still followed logical patterns. As dawn broke over the Alaskan wilderness, Sarah stepped back from a pulsing crystal matrix she'd just realigned. Sweat beaded on her forehead, despite the ship's cool interior. I think that's it, she said, her voice hoarse from hours of concentration. The ship hummed to life around her, systems coming online in a dazzling display of light and sound. The medical pods housing the alien crew began to glow with renewed energy. Remarkable, the AI said, genuine admiration in its synthesized voice. You have successfully repaired our primary systems and stabilized the medical units. The crew will make a full recovery, thanks to your efforts. Sarah beamed with pride, but exhaustion was quickly catching up with her. She stifled a yawn. Happy to help. So, what happens now? Before the AI could respond, one of the alien crew members stirred. Its multifaceted eyes fluttered open, focusing on Sarah with an intensity that made her breath catch. The alien's feather-like appendages rippled with iridescent colors as it sat up, regarding her with unmistakable curiosity. The A's voice resonated once more. Introductions are in order. Sarah Chen of Earth, meet Captain Zavarax of the Galactic Confederation exploratory vessel Horizon's Light. The alien, Captain Zavarax, raised a four-fingered hand in what seemed to be a gesture of greeting. Then, to Sarah's astonishment, it spoke in perfect, accentless English. Thank you, Sarah Chen of Earth. You have saved not only our lives, but the future of your entire world. Sarah blinked, her exhaustion momentarily forgotten. I'm sorry, what? The future of our world. Captain Zavarax's feathers rippled again, this time in what Sarah interpreted as concern. We came to your planet with a warning and a gift, but I'm afraid our arrival has set in motion events that will soon threaten everything you hold dear. As if on cue, the ship's AI interrupted. Alert. Multiple vehicles approaching from the south. Military signatures detected. Sarah's heart sank. Of course the crash wouldn't go unnoticed. She turned back to Captain Zavarax, a mixture of fear and determination in her eyes. Whatever's coming, whatever this threat is, I want to help. Tell me everything. The alien captain nodded sullenly. Very well, Sarah Chen. But I warn you, once you know the truth, there will be no going back. The fate of two civilizations may rest in your hands. As the sound of approaching helicopters grew louder outside, Sarah took a deep breath. In just a few short hours, her entire world had been turned upside down. But deep down, she knew this was what she'd been waiting for her entire life. A chance to truly make a difference, to be part of something greater than herself. I'm ready, she said, squaring her shoulders. Tell me what I need to know. Captain Zavarax's multifaceted eyes seemed to shimmer with an emotion Sarah couldn't quite place. Was it hope? Admiration? As the alien began to speak, Sarah knew that her life, and the lives of every human on Earth, would never be the same again. Quantum entanglement. The rhythmic thrum of helicopter blades grew louder, cutting through the crisp Alaskan air. Sarah's heart raced as she glanced between Captain Zavarax and the ship's shimmering walls, knowing that in moments their sanctuary would be discovered. We don't have much time, Sarah said, her voice tight with urgency. What's this warning you came to deliver? And what gift? Captain Zarax's feather-like appendages rippled with a kaleidoscope of colors, a visual language Sarah was only beginning to decipher. Your planet stands on the brink of a cosmic awakening, Sarah Chen, but with great power comes great danger. The alien captain gestured, and suddenly the air around them erupted into a dazzling holographic display. Sarah gasped as she found herself surrounded by stars, galaxies, and swirling nebulae. "Behold the quantum web," Zarax explained, "an intricate network of entangled particles spanning the cosmos. It's the key to faster-than-light communication, energy transmission, and even matter transportation across vast distances." Sarah's eyes widened as she watched tendrils of ethereal energy connecting distant stars. "It's beautiful," she breathed. "But what does this have to do with Earth?" Zarax's expression turned grave. "Your scientists are on the verge of discovering the fundamental principles of quantum entanglement manipulation. Once achieved, humanity will gain access to the quantum web. It's a pivotal moment in your species' evolution." A chill ran down Sarah's spine. "And the danger?" "The Void Hunters," Zarax said, the words heavy with dread. The holographic display shifted, showing a massive, writhing mass of darkness moving between the stars. Ancient beings of pure energy, drawn to emerging civilizations as they tap into the quantum web. They feed on the very essence of sentient life, leaving entire worlds as barren husks. Sarah's mind reeled. "And they're coming here, to Earth." Zarax nodded solemnly. "The moment your people activate your first quantum entanglement device, it will alert the Void Hunters to your presence. We came to warn you, to help prepare your defenses." "Defenses? Against something like that?" Sarah gestured at the terrifying image of the Void Hunters. "What could we possibly do?" A smile played at the edges of Zarax's alien features. "That, Sarah Chen, is where you come in. The gift we bring is knowledge, the blueprints for a quantum shield, but its construction requires a unique combination of your planet's resources and our advanced technology." Suddenly, the ship's AI chimed in. "Alert. Earth military forces have established a perimeter around the vessel. Hostile intent detected." Sarah's mind raced. "We need to get out of here. If they capture you, if they get their hands on this ship, who knows what could happen?" Zarax placed a four-fingered hand on Sarah's shoulder. "We cannot leave. The crash damaged our quantum drive beyond repair. We are stranded on your world." "Then we'll fix it," Sarah said with determination. "I got your systems back online. I can repair your drive too." The alien captain shook their head. "It's not that simple. The quantum drive requires exotic materials not found on your planet. We need to construct it anew, and for that, we need resources, time, and secrecy." The sound of booted feet clanging against metal echoed through the ship. The military had found a way inside. "Options?" Sarah asked, her voice tight. The ship's AI responded immediately. "Emergency protocol available. Quantum displacement field can be activated, but power reserves are critical. We can shift out of phase with normal space-time, but for a limited duration." "Do it," Sarah and Zarax said in unison. A high-pitched whine filled the air, and Sarah's stomach lurched as reality seemed to bend around them. The walls of the ship became translucent, and she could see soldiers in hazmat suits rushing through, their movements sluggish as if moving through syrup. "Fascinating," Sarah murmured, reaching out to touch one of the soldiers, only to have her hand pass right through him. "We exist between moments," Zarax explained. "But this state is unstable. We must formulate a plan quickly." Sarah's mind was already racing with possibilities. "Okay, we need a secure location to work on the quantum shield and repair your ship. Somewhere off the grid, with access to raw materials." She trailed off, a spark of inspiration in her eyes. "I think I know just the place. But we'll need to move your ship, and I'm guessing that's not an option right now." The ship's AI chimed in. "Correct. However, we can initiate a molecular dispersal protocol. The ship's structure can be broken down into its constituent atoms and reassembled at a new location, given sufficient power and a quantum entanglement beacon. Sarah blinked. You can teleport the entire ship. In a manner of speaking, yes, Zarax confirmed. But we would need you to transport a small quantum beacon to the new location. The journey would be perilous. The military and your government agencies will be searching for us. A slow smile spread across Sarah's face. Lucky for you, I know these mountains like the back of my hand. But first, we need to get me out of here without raising suspicion. Over the next few minutes, as soldiers moved through the out-of-phase ship in slow motion, Sarah, Zarax, and the ship's AI formulated a daring plan. Using the ship's advanced technology, they created a perfect holographic replica of Sarah, which would remain when they dropped the quantum displacement field. Remember, Zarax said as they prepared to enact their plan, the fate of your world now rests in your hands, Sarah Chen. The Void Hunters are coming, and Earth's only hope lies in the construction of the quantum shield. Sarah nodded, a mixture of fear and exhilaration coursing through her veins. No pressure, right? Just save the world, build an impossible alien device, and outsmart every intelligence agency on the planet. Piece of cake. Zarax's feathers rippled with what Sarah now recognized as amusement. Your species' capacity for humor in the face of overwhelming odds is remarkable. It may well be humanity's greatest strength. That, and our stubborn refusal to give up, Sarah added with a grin. All right, let's do this. As the quantum displacement field prepared to disengage, Sarah took one last look at the alien crew and the magnificent ship that had changed her life forever. In just a few hours, she had gone from a small-town mechanic to Earth's secret guardian against a cosmic threat. The field dropped and chaos erupted as the soldiers suddenly found themselves inside the alien vessel. In the confusion, Sarah slipped away, a small, pulsing quantum beacon hidden in her pocket, and the weight of two civilizations' futures resting squarely on her shoulders. As she disappeared into the snowy Alaskan wilderness, Sarah allowed herself a small smile. For the first time in her life, she felt truly alive, part of something greater than herself. The road ahead would be dangerous, filled with challenges she could scarcely imagine. But with her newfound alien allies and her own ingenuity, Sarah was ready to face whatever the universe had in store. Little did she know, the greatest tests and the most extraordinary revelations were yet to come. Quantum shadows. Sarah's breath came in ragged gasps as she navigated the treacherous Alaskan terrain. The quantum beacon pulsed warmly in her pocket, a constant reminder of the cosmic stakes at hand. Behind her, the mountains echoed with the sounds of military helicopters and search parties. Just another day in the life of an intergalactic mechanic, Sarah muttered, allowing herself a wry smile despite the danger. Her destination lay hidden in the forgotten corners of the Alaskan wilderness, an abandoned Cold War-era bunker she discovered years ago during one of her solo expeditions. If any place on Earth could serve as a secret base for building an alien quantum shield, it was there. As she crested a snow-covered ridge, a flicker of movement caught her eye. Sarah dropped to the ground, heart pounding. A sleek black drone zipped overhead, its sensors scanning the landscape. The government wasn't taking any chances. Time to fight tech with tech, Sarah whispered, pulling out her smartphone. With deft fingers, she activated an app of her own design, a signal jammer that could confuse even military-grade electronics. The drone's flight pattern immediately became erratic before it veered off course, disappearing into the distance. Sarah allowed herself a moment of pride before pressing on. Her years of tinkering with machinery in isolation were paying off in ways she'd never imagined. As night fell, Sarah finally reached the hidden entrance to the bunker. Brushing away years of overgrowth, she input a code into a rusted keypad. With a groan of protesting metal, a camouflaged hatch swung open. "Home sweet home," Sarah said, descending into the darkness. The bunker was a relic of Cold War paranoia, a massive underground complex filled with outdated computers and mysterious machinery. Sarah had spent years gradually upgrading the systems, turning it into her own personal workshop and sanctuary. Now, it would become humanity's last line of defense against the Void Hunters. Sarah placed the quantum beacon on a central console, watching as it pulsed with otherworldly energy. "I hope this works," she murmured, activating the device. For a moment, nothing happened. Then the air itself seemed to ripple and tear. In a dazzling display of light and impossible geometry, the alien ship materialized within the cavernous main chamber of the bunker. The ship's hull shimmered, and Captain Zorax stepped out, flanked by two other alien crew members. Their feather-like appendages rippled with colors that Sarah was beginning to recognize as expressions of relief and excitement. "Impressive, Sarah Chen," Zorax said, surveying the bunker. "This location will serve our purposes well." Sarah beamed with pride, but her expression quickly turned serious. "We don't have much time. How long until the Void Hunters realize humanity's tapped into the quantum web?" One of the other aliens stepped forward, introducing itself as Ingxiara, the ship's science officer. "Based on our projections of your planet's technological progress, we estimate no more than 6 months before a breakthrough in quantum entanglement manipulation alerts the Hunters to your presence." 6 months to save the world, Sarah mused. No pressure. Over the next few weeks, the bunker transformed into a hub of frenetic activity. Sarah worked alongside the alien crew, her mechanical intuition merging with her advanced scientific knowledge to tackle the monumental task of constructing the quantum shield. Progress was swift, but not without its challenges. The shield required exotic materials that didn't exist naturally on Earth. Sarah found herself embarking on covert missions to acquire rare elements from high-security research facilities, always staying one step ahead of the authorities. One night, as Sarah pored over holographic schematics of the shield, she noticed Zorax watching her with an unreadable expression. "Something on your mind, Captain?" Sarah asked, stretching her tired muscles. Zorax's feathers rippled with a mix of colors Sarah had never seen before. "You continue to astound us, Sarah Chen. Your adaptability, your resourcefulness, it's unprecedented. There's something about you, about humanity, that defies our understanding of universal constants." Sarah raised an eyebrow. "Is that a compliment or a scientific observation?" "Perhaps both," Zorax replied. "We've visited countless worlds, Sarah, but never have we encountered a species quite like yours. The way you intuitively grasp concepts that took our civilization millennia to understand. It's as if..." The alien captain trailed off, lost in thought. "As if what?" Sarah prompted. Zorax seemed to shake off the reverie. "It's nothing. A fanciful theory, nothing more. We should focus on the task at hand." But Sarah couldn't shake the feeling that Zorax was holding something back, something important. As the weeks turned to months, the quantum shield began to take shape. It was a marvel of engineering. A network of satellites and ground-based emitters that, when activated, would create a protective bubble around the entire planet, rendering Earth invisible to the Void Hunters. Yet, even as they neared completion, new complications arose. Strange energy fluctuations began to interfere with their work. Equipment malfunctioned in ways that defied explanation, and Sarah couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched. One evening, as she worked late into the night, Sarah noticed a strange reflection in her computer screen, a shadowy figure that vanished when she turned around. Her heart raced as she realized the truth. The Void Hunters hadn't waited for humanity's quantum breakthrough. They were already here. "Zorax," Sarah called out, her voice echoing through the bunker. "We have a problem." As the alien captain rushed to her side, the bunker's lights flickered ominously. The air grew thick with an oppressive energy that made Sarah's skin crawl. Zorax's feathers stood on end, rippling with colors of fear and determination. "They found us. But how?" A low, otherworldly moan reverberated through the complex. Shadows seemed to come alive, reaching out with tendrils of darkness. Sarah and Zarak stood back to back, facing an enemy they could barely comprehend. "Any bright ideas?" Sarah asked, her voice surprisingly steady despite the terror coursing through her veins. Zarak's multifaceted eyes darted around the room. "The shield. If we can activate even a partial field, it might buy us time." Sarah nodded, her mind already racing through the possibilities. "I'll need to reroute power from the entire bunker. It'll be a massive surge, probably fry half our systems." "Do it," Zarak commanded. As the shadows closed in, Sarah's fingers flew over the controls. Sparks flew from overloading circuits, and the air filled with the scent of ozone. With a final, desperate command, Sarah activated the prototype quantum shield. A pulse of energy exploded outward, momentarily illuminating the writhing forms of the Void Hunters. Sarah caught a glimpse of something so alien, so terrifying, that her mind recoiled from the sight. Then, as suddenly as they had appeared, the shadows vanished. The bunker fell silent save for the hum of failing equipment and Sarah's ragged breathing. "Did it work?" she asked, hardly daring to hope. Zarak nodded slowly. "For now, but this was merely a scouting party. The full force of the Void Hunters is still to come." As the adrenaline faded, Sarah sank to the floor, the weight of their situation crashing down upon her. "We're not ready. The shield isn't complete, and now they know we're here." "What are we going to do?" Zarak knelt beside her, placing a comforting hand on her shoulder. "We do what humanity does best, Sarah Chen. We adapt, we innovate, and we fight." The alien captain's multifaceted eyes met Sarah's gaze, filled with a mixture of admiration and something deeper. A growing realization of humanity's role in the cosmic drama might be far greater than anyone had imagined. "Rest now," Zarak said softly. "Tomorrow, we change the course of galactic history." As Sarah drifted into an uneasy sleep, her dreams were filled with quantum equations and shadowy figures. Humanity's greatest challenge lay ahead, but deep down, she knew they weren't facing it alone. Whatever cosmic destiny awaited them, they would meet it head-on, with determination, ingenuity, and the unbreakable spirit that defined their species. The stage was set for a battle that would determine the fate not just of Earth, but of the entire universe. And at the center of it all stood Sarah Chen, a small-town mechanic turned humanity's unlikely champion. Quantum resonance. The bunker hummed with nervous energy as Sarah, Zarak, and the alien crew worked feverishly to complete the quantum shield. The recent encounter with the Void Hunters had left them shaken, but more determined than ever. Sarah wiped sweat from her brow, her fingers dancing across a holographic interface. "We're pushing the laws of physics to their breaking point here," she muttered, eyes darting between complex equations and pulsing energy readouts. Xiara, the alien science officer, chittered in agreement. "Indeed, the quantum harmonics are reaching critical resonance. One miscalculation and we could tear a hole in the fabric of space-time itself." "No pressure," Sarah quipped, a wry smile on her face despite the gravity of the situation. As they worked, Sarah couldn't shake the feeling that they were missing something crucial. The Void Hunter's premature arrival, the strange energy fluctuations, it all hinted at a larger mystery. Suddenly, an alarm blared through the bunker. Red lights flashed as the facility's sensors went haywire. "What now?" Sarah groaned, rushing to a nearby console. Zarak's feathers rippled with concern. "Multiple quantum anomalies detected. They're everywhere." The main screen lit up with a global map, dotted with pulsing red hotspots. Each represented a tear in the fabric of reality, a potential entry point for the Void Hunters. "This doesn't make sense," Sarah said, her mind racing. How could they be breaching our defenses simultaneously across the entire planet? As if in answer, the bunker's lights flickered, and a shimmering portal materialized in the center of the room. Sarah and the aliens stepped back, weapons at the ready. But instead of the nightmarish form of a Void Hunter, a figure stepped through that made Sarah's jaw drop. It was herself. The other Sarah, older and bearing scars of battles yet to be fought, locked eyes with her younger counterpart. "We don't have much time," she said urgently. "The fate of not just Earth, but the entire multiverse hangs in the balance." For a moment, the bunker was silent save for the hum of machinery. Then Sarah found her voice. "I'm sorry, did you say multiverse?" Her older self nodded grimly. "The Void Hunters aren't just a threat to our universe. They're interdimensional parasites, consuming realities across the quantum spectrum. And Earth, our Earth, is the linchpin that holds it all together." Zarak stepped forward, multifaceted eyes wide with realization. "The theory of quantum interconnectedness, it's true." "More than you know," the older Sarah confirmed. "Every decision, every possibility, creates a new branch in the multiverse. But our Earth exists at a unique conjunction point, a quantum fulcrum that influences all other realities." The implications hit Sarah like a physical blow. "So if the Void Hunters consume our world, they gain access to every version of Earth across the multiverse," her older self finished. "And from there, the entire quantum framework of existence unravels." The alien crew exchanged looks of astonishment and horror. Sarah's mind raced, processing this cosmic revelation. "Okay," she said, taking a deep breath. "How do we stop them?" A determined smile crossed her older self's face. "We fight fire with fire. Or in this case, quantum with quantum. The Void Hunters' greatest strength is also their weakness, that interconnected nature." Over the next hour, the two Sarahs worked in perfect sync, their identical thought processes amplified by years of divergent experiences. They modified the quantum shield design, transforming it from a simple barrier into a multidimensional resonance chamber. "The principle is similar to noise-canceling headphones," the older Sarah explained as they worked. "We'll generate a quantum anti-frequency that disrupts the Void Hunter's very existence." Zarax watched in awe as the humans worked. "Remarkable," the alien captain muttered. "In all our travels, we've never encountered a species with such potential." As the new design took shape, Sarah felt a surge of hope, but a nagging question remained. "Why didn't you warn us earlier?" she asked her older self. "Why wait until now?" The older Sarah's expression turned grave. "Temporal mechanics are tricky. Interfere too early, and you risk collapsing the quantum superposition that allows for our victory. This moment, right here, right now, is our best chance across all possible timelines." A distant rumble shook the bunker, and alarms blared once more. The Void Hunters were making their final push. "It's time," the older Sarah said, moving towards the shimmering portal. "The rest is up to you. Remember, the power to reshape reality itself lies within humanity. Use it wisely." With a final, knowing smile, she stepped through the portal and vanished. Sarah turned to her alien allies, a fire burning in her eyes. "All right, let's save the multiverse." The next few hours were a blur of frantic activity. Sarah's fingers flew across control panels, making last-minute adjustments as the alien crew prepared for the shield's activation. Outside, the sky turned an ominous, roiling black as the Void Hunters began their assault. "Energy levels at maximum," Enxiara reported. "Quantum resonance frequencies aligned." Sarah took a deep breath, her hand hovering over the activation switch. "Here goes everything." She threw the switch. For a moment, nothing seemed to happen. Then, a wave of pure quantum energy exploded outward from the bunker. It rippled across the planet, then beyond, expanding to encompass the entire solar system. Through the bunker's sensors, they watched as the wave collided with the encroaching Void Hunters. The shadowy entities writhed and contorted, their very existence disrupted by the quantum anti-frequency. But the battle wasn't over. The Void Hunters, ancient and cunning, fought back with impossible geometries and mind-bending physics. "The shield is holding," Zarax called out, "but it's draining power faster than we anticipated. We need more energy." Sarah's mind raced. More energy, or more realities. In a flash of inspiration, she understood what her older self had meant about humanity's true potential. "Everyone, listen to me," Sarah said, her voice ringing with authority. "I need you to focus. Imagine every possible version of Earth, every reality where we win this fight. Visualize it, believe in it with every fiber of your being." The alien crew looked confused, but something in Sarah's voice compelled them to obey. They closed their eyes, concentrating. Sarah did the same, reaching out with her mind across the quantum spectrum. She felt it then, countless versions of herself, of Earth, all fighting the same battle. With a supreme effort of will, she pulled on that infinite potential. Energy surged through the bunker, through Sarah herself. The quantum shield pulsed with renewed power, drawing strength from every victorious version of reality. Outside, the Void Hunters screamed in frequencies that shattered windows and cracked stone. Their shadowy forms began to dissolve, unraveling thread by quantum thread. With a final, reality-shaking pulse, the quantum shield unleashed its full power. The Void Hunters vanished, erased not just from this universe, but from every possible timeline. As the energy wave dissipated, Sarah collapsed to her knees, exhausted but triumphant. Zarax rushed to her side, helping her to her feet. "You did it," the alien captain said, all evident in their multifaceted eyes. "You saved not just your world, but all worlds." Sarah managed a tired smile. "We did it. All of us, across every reality." As the bunker systems returned to normal, the weight of what they'd accomplished began to sink in. Humanity had faced its greatest test and emerged victorious. But with that victory came a new understanding of their place in the cosmos and the incredible power they held within. "So," Sarah said, looking at her alien friends, "what happens now?" Zarax's feathers rippled with colors of excitement and possibility. "Now, Sarah Chen, we explore. The multiverse awaits, and I have a feeling humanity is ready to take its place among the stars." As the first light of a new dawn filtered into the bunker, Sarah felt a thrill of anticipation. The adventure, it seemed, was only just beginning. Quantum legacy. The weeks following humanity's victory over the Void Hunters were a whirlwind of activity. As governments around the world grappled with the revelation of alien life and interdimensional threats, Sarah Chen found herself at the center of a new global initiative, Project Quantum Leap. The abandoned bunker had been transformed into a cutting-edge research facility, combining Earth's most brilliant minds with the advanced knowledge of Zarax and the alien crew. Sarah, once an unappreciated mechanic, now stood as the bridge between two civilizations. "All right, let's go over this one more time," Sarah said, addressing a room full of scientists, military personnel, and her alien allies. A holographic display flickered to life, showing a three-dimensional map of the multiverse. "The quantum shield didn't just save our Earth," she explained, her confidence growing with each word. "It created a ripple effect across realities, awakening countless versions of humanity to their true potential. We're calling it the Great Awakening." Dr. Amelia Zhao, a renowned quantum physicist, raised her hand. "But what does this mean for us, practically speaking? Are we talking about superpowers, interdimensional travel?" Sarah smiled. "Yes and yes, but it's more complex than that. We're unlocking abilities that redefine the very laws of physics. Quantum entanglement at a biological level, consciousness-driven reality manipulation, even time perception alteration. The possibilities are literally infinite." Zarax stepped forward, their feathers shimmering with excitement. "In all our travels, we've never encountered a species with such rapid evolutionary potential. Humanity is poised to become a guardian race, protectors of the quantum framework itself." A murmur of excitement rippled through the room. The implications were staggering. Suddenly, an alarm blared. Red lights flashed as the facility's quantum sensors went haywire. "What now?" Sarah groaned, rushing to a nearby console. Her fingers flew over the controls, eyes widening at the readings. This can't be right. We're detecting a massive quantum anomaly, unlike anything we've seen before. The main screen lit up, showing a swirling vortex of energy materializing over New York City. It was a sight straight out of a sci-fi blockbuster, but all too real. "Is it the Void Hunters?" someone asked, panic evident in their voice. Sarah shook her head. "No, this is different. It's like a tear in the fabric of reality itself." As they watched, a massive crystalline structure began to emerge from the vortex. It was a city, but like no city on Earth, impossibly tall spires, bridges that seemed to defy gravity, and pulsing with an energy that made the air itself shimmer. "By the cosmic core," Zarax whispered, "it's Atlantis." Sarah turned to the alien captain, confusion etched on her face. Atlantis, as in the mythical lost city. Zarax's feathers rippled with colors of awe and trepidation. "Not mythical and not of this earth. Atlantis is the stuff of legends even among spacefaring civilizations. A city that exists in all realities simultaneously, home to beings of pure quantum energy. They are said to be the guardians of cosmic balance." As if in response to Zarax's words, a beam of light shot out from the hovering city, engulfing the bunker. Sarah felt a strange tingling sensation, and suddenly she found herself standing on a platform of pure crystal, overlooking an impossible cityscape. Beside her, equally disoriented, stood Zarax and a handful of the human scientists. Before them, a being of pure light took shape, its form constantly shifting and flowing. "Greetings, children of Earth and stars," the being spoke, its voice resonating directly in their minds. "I am Xanthul, Archon of Atlantis. Your recent actions have rippled across the cosmic tapestry, drawing our attention." Sarah stepped forward, her heart pounding but her voice steady. "We meant no disrespect. We were only trying to protect our world, our reality." Xanthul's form shimmered, giving the impression of a nod. "And in doing so, you have awakened a power long dormant in your kind. Humanity stands at a crossroads, Sarah Chen. The path you choose will determine the fate of not just your world, but all worlds." "What do you mean?" Sarah asked, sensing the weight of cosmic significance in the Archon's words. "The Void Hunters were but one of many threats to the delicate balance of the multiverse," Xanthul explained. "In awakening your quantum potential, you have also awakened the attention of forces beyond your comprehension. Some will seek to guide you, others to destroy you, and still others to exploit your newfound power." Zarax stepped forward, their usual composure shaken. "Great Archon, are you saying that humanity is meant to join the ranks of cosmic guardians?" Xanthul's form pulsed with what might have been amusement. "Join? No, dear Zarax. Humanity is meant to lead them." The proclamation hung in the air, heavy with implications. Sarah's mind reeled with the responsibility suddenly thrust upon her species. "But we're not ready," she protested. "We've only just learned about the true nature of reality. How can we be expected to lead anything?" "That, Sarah Chen," Xanthul said, its form beginning to fade, "is precisely why you are ready. Your humility, your capacity for growth, your ability to unite in the face of impossible odds, these are the qualities the cosmos needs now more than ever." As the crystalline city around them began to shimmer and fade, Xanthul's final words echoed in their minds. "The age of human ascension has begun. Use your power wisely, for the fate of all realities rests in your hands." In a flash of light, Sarah and the others found themselves back in the bunker. For a moment, silence reigned as everyone processed what had just occurred. Then, as if a dam had broken, the room erupted into a cacophony of excited voices. Scientists debated the implications of Atlantis' appearance, military personnel argued about security protocols, and through it all, Sarah stood silent, her mind awhirl with possibilities. Zarax approached her, placing a comforting hand on her shoulder. "What are you thinking, Sarah Chen?" Sarah took a deep breath, her eyes fixed on the holographic display of the multiverse. "I'm thinking we have a lot of work to do. If humanity is going to take on this cosmic responsibility, we need to unite like never before. No more petty conflicts, no more short-sighted thinking. We need to become the best version of ourselves across all realities. A slow smile spread across Zorax's alien features, and that, my friend, is why Xanthul chose wisely. Shall we begin? Sarah nodded, a fire of determination burning in her eyes. Let's show the multiverse what humanity can really do. As the facility hummed with renewed purpose, Sarah Chen, once a small-town mechanic, now the linchpin of humanity's cosmic destiny, began to outline her vision for a united Earth, ready to take its place among the stars. The quantum awakening had begun, and with it, a new chapter in the story of not just humanity, but all of creation. The challenges ahead were immense, the responsibilities staggering, but for the first time in history, the people of Earth faced the future not with fear, but with boundless hope and infinite potential. The age of human ascension had dawned, and the multiverse would never be the same again.